Yeah.
I'm the co-founder and managing director of BookACan. BookACan is basically a marketplace for packaged drinking water supplied to homes and businesses in bulk quantities. Bulk quantities mainly which involves 20-liter water cans, which are of branded and local labels both put together. And so what problem are we solving? So basically, Bangalore being one of the fastest growing cities right now in India, has about roughly 2.2 million households, which is 22 lakh individual homes, roughly about. And out of these 22 lakh individual homes, only 30% of them have government supplied tap water connections. And how many of you are lucky to be part of that 30%? Yes.
All of us here.
4 people. 4
No,
people. So,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
4 people. So the rest of the 70% of the individual homes will have to get their water sourced from external resources. Now water being two types, one is your daily usage water, then you need your drinking water. Now daily usage water can be pumped down to your overhead tank and you can filter it out. But the problem is most of the times you need water to be pumped up. So the other part of the need, which is drinking water. So the drinking water is mainly where the 20-liter water cans comes into picture because that is ready to drink, RO filtered, certified, and it's salt ratio. So apart from these 70% of individual homes who doesn't have tap water connections and depend on these external 20-liter water cans, there are colleges, schools, educational institutions, hospitals, and so many other organizations, corporate offices who need drinking water supplied in bulk quantities because you have large volume of people consuming water on a daily basis and you cannot just put it onto overhead tank and filter it on every hourly basis. So with such a high demand, the manufacturers, suppliers and the vendors of these 20-liter water cans, they tend to struggle because water cannot be stored, stocked and supplied in bulk quantities in capacity of 20-liter water cans. They can supply it in a certain quantity amount to a certain distance. So they always have this challenge of not meeting the deadlines. They're not able to get it to this high demand. So the supply and demand is broken. The supply is more, but the demand is not able to do the supply. Now, who are these local vendors and suppliers? They're pretty much individual shops, folks carrying on bikes, carrying these cans and supplying to individual homes. There are also folks who carry in a small mini trucks, 10, 20 cans, 30 cans at a time. They come back to the factory, refill again, go back. So there's a lot of logistics involved, which takes a lot of time in delivering these to individual homes or beat offices. Now, from consumer point of view, they are not able to get a reliable supplier who can actually get a depend on, whom they don't have to follow up. He regularly comes out to a home, replenishes the water. That doesn't happen because guess what? He's already ending up somewhere. He's actually spending a lot of time to somewhere else, some of the customer premises. So customer is not able to find a reliable supplier, and then supplier is not able to figure out which customers he should be catering to in the next 1 hour, 2 hours, or 10 hours. And I've been personally in Bangalore for about nearly 15 years now, and I've been staying in an apartment where we don't have tap water connections, and I really depend, we were procuring 20-liter water cans all the time. And I figured out that, I was not able to personally, I said, just dial, repeat, Google, figure out any local supplier that I can find out a reliable person whom I depend on, but I couldn't find one. So we took this as an opportunity, and then we quickly saw about building a product or service which can help us connect the supply and the demand. So basically that's how we built BookACan, which is basically an aggregated marketplace for people who manufacture and sell packaged drinking water, and then for the consumers where they can find the reliable partner or the supplier who could supply them the water. And so we do it through website, and we also have an Android app where they can place an order, and then the supplier will be connected, they'll deliver it. So we have options for, in terms of they can subscribe, they can also choose for one-time delivery or whenever they want to place an order. Now the product part of it, we have IoT-based water delivery and quality monitoring, in the sense that this small device connects to your water dispenser and monitors your water consumption. And when you're about to get over, it actually alerts you, it's just about 5 liters left out and it's going to be over in the next 24 hours. So we like to order for refill. You press S, an alert goes to the supplier that when would you need water. So that way we help the supply an upfront forecasting of the demand. And then for the consumer, the less hassle you don't have to follow because the supplier is already notified a day ahead so that he will be able to deliver it by tomorrow. So with this, we have a traction of about 10,000 plus customers who are registered users who want to avail our service. There are 3,000 paying customers who are actually subscribed to our service and they buy water from us regularly. Then out of those 10,000 users, there are people who want to avail our service, and they are and we don't have the service in their areas, locality, across India. We have the demand, but we are not able to supply because of we don't have the network that big. So we have about registered sellers, 50 sellers right now in Bangalore, and our average order value is about 250 rupees. That's like 3 cans in a week per individual home or per person. We also have segments, like I said, like
per month, 250 rupees
per week.
Per week.
Yeah. So per week they order. So basically, when you place an order, so they place an order on a weekly basis, weekly 3 cans, 2 cans, kind of. So so on an average order value, if you take it like in a month, you have like 1,000 orders. You average it out. So we have like 250 rupees per order. The market opportunity. So per capita consumption of bottled water in India, it's been increasing 21% year over year. So I have data only for the till 22. I don't have the latest one. But from a bottled water market as such, it's growing at a 22% CAGR. So which is expected to be about nearly $4 billion by 2030 because drinking water is scarce right now in India. And that's the challenge, and that's the market that we're trying to run behind. And quickly on the competitors part of it, we have a mix of very interesting competitors. We already have manufacturers who actually manufacture this bottled water, but guess what? They don't have the last mile connect. They only have the supply chains, stockists and so on. They don't have the connect to the last mile to the customers. And we have local ISI branded factories who have reached to the last mile, but they don't have the brands. So this is where exactly BookACan comes into the picture. So we help local brands connect to build a brand, and then we help branded ones to acquire the customers, to connect to the customers, the last mile. Now on the other side of the competition, we have Big Basket Grocers, Swiggy, Foodpanda, wherein they are the last mile service delivery guys. But guess what? They want to deliver only stuff which is fragile, which is very lightweight, which is very easy to carry and stuff like that. They won't be able to carry 20-liter water cans, so no competition on that. Pretty much right now they're not thinking about it. So that way we have a unique, we are placed very uniquely in terms of connecting to the last mile and also building brand for who don't have brands. So the team, I basically come from, I'm an engineer, so I've been about 14 years of corporate experience. I didn't have any knowledge about water or this bottling plant and sales and marketing, but I just eventually learned it. And then major part of it, I mean, all of you know the story of iKen, after joining iKen, what happened to me and all of that. So this is Savitri, my wife. So she manages the operational part of it, support, connecting to the vendors and those sort of things. And Adarsh is a CTO who helps with building own technology stuff and all that. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, what's your ask?
Yes. So the ask is that help us connect to your apartment communities, refer your friends, families, corporate offices. We have a challenge in corporate offices because, as Vinay rightly pointed out, there's a little bit of approaching or the people who take the decision making, the people who make the decision is a little challenge in terms of the corporates. And corporate also have very less, we saw very less margin in terms of corporate supply, though it's a bulk quantity, but the margins are very less because of the competition. And they ask you to supply all this water dispenser, give us free stuff and all that, so which we didn't want to do. So, but on contrary, there were small and medium segment corporate offices who didn't have these terms and conditions, so we really worked out. So we're actually selling better to the mid and small medium offices, not to the larger corporate offices, which are actually big volumes, less margin.
Yeah. I don't even see the large corporation angle here. But my question is, you already have 10,000 registered users for which you're saying you cannot supply. Tell me about that. What is the problem there?
So those suppliers are basically people from Pune, Chennai. Chennai is one of the dry
Oh, you mean they're not Bangalore?
Yes, they're not in Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay. So and all of this is organic.
So are you then available everywhere in Bangalore?
Not everywhere. So we are available only in selected areas, basically where the demand is. So initially we started out with all over Bangalore, and we saw where the demand, where the water is not available actually. There is no groundwater, there is no water from the bore, they cannot even pump the water. They were depending on the water tankers.
Okay.
And that
And so then how many more customers do you need? You're already profitable?
Yeah, we're profitable.
Yeah. So why aren't you doing it in Pune and Pune and everybody else?
Correct.
So last question.
Right.
Sorry.
No, this is a very interesting one. Sorry, this is
Like, dangling gulab jamun in front of me and then I can't eat it. This is come one other day.
so in the last mile connect, what happens is
I know, I understand extended.
in the last mile connect, what happens is the person, the delivery person actually walks into individual homes. He actually sometimes walks into the kitchen as well. So we have a security, verifying who's actually delivering it, and so identity verification, like exactly what Tanukha is actually trying to build the kind of thing. So we're actually looking for leveraging some of those platforms so that we can verify, each of those individual guys who are in Pune, Chennai, whom we don't have reached, because we're not going to be there in local.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do it.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.